Welcome to this edition of the Showmanship Podcast, where we talk all things ACC with Tigers, Golden Bears, and Cardinal traits.
And Yellow Jackets, and Hokies, and Cavaliers, and Panthers, and many other weird animals.
If you're wondering what a Hokie is, it is not a sandwich.
No, and it's also not a wolf. No, referencing a Hokie wolf, that is, and is a turkey.
Yeah, another name for a turkey.
Yep.
Things you would do to a male turkey that would make it.
Yeah, things you shoot at Thanksgiving.
Normally a thing you do to turn a bull into a steer.
Yeah, a Hokie is many a words. Yeah, so moving in.
And we have Cardinals the bird.
Yep, yeah, Cardinal, aka the tree, Oh, yeah, Louisville Cardinals, yeah. Yeah, and
Blue Devils.
Yep. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. And then we also got Seminoles. It's Seminoles. A wide variety of nicknames in this conference.
And we have a fruit.
Yeah, an orange, yeah. And we have a Demon Deacon.
No one knows what that is?
Yeah.
Because they play like Demon Deacons. Okay.
Yep.
So contenders will start
with Clemson.
they did.
Yeah, Clemson. Yeah, they still gained a lot of people back. They got Kate Klubnik back, and they got
defensive players.
Yeah, defensive players. And then their first game is a Saturday night matchup on ABC, which is a rematch of the 2019 National Championship between them and LSU. Which
valley to another Death Valley.
Yeah, from one Death Valley to another, from Louisiana Death Valley to Carolina Death Valley. Yeah, so that'll be a big one. Well, we'll see how Garrett Nussmeier does against maybe probably two future NFL quarterbacks at play.
I think Garrett Nussmeier there was fears he tore his ACL in camp.
Oh my gosh!
But it wasn't. It was something.
But so
he could be a little banged up.
Yeah, but
he killed Stokely.
But could have been worse. Yeah, but Kate Klubnik, you can mind
that you strain or something.
And I think because of that, I think Clemson pulls out the win here, and because they're at home. Yeah, and that'll be a primetime game on ADC. And then next we got them playing Troy, easy win. Although here's my big take: Georgia Tech beats Clemson here. Because we'll get into Georgia Tech later. They bring back basically everyone on that team. I think Georgia Tech upsets Clemson here. So I'll put Clemson at 2-1. Then they beat Syracuse and beat Bill Belichick and his young girlfriend at North Carolina.
Yeah, so they can go on a rug easily here.
Yeah, and then Boston College, SMU, Duke, Florida State. Well, the Louisville could be tough. Furman, and I think South Carolina beats Clemson in the end, because it's at Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll put Clemson at 10-2. Yes, so they could still get to the playoffs with that record.
Especially if they're losing to those two teams.
Yep. And now let's go into its.
They could.
Yeah.
If they lose to Louisville, they're probably out.
Yeah, which they could totally lose to Louisville.
Friday night game.
Yep. And speaking of the team that'll shock, I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech. I mean, Georgia Tech, like I said, they bring back everyone from that team. Their quarterback, their running back, their receivers, their defensive players, everyone.
Yeah, so start out, I believe we had Georgia Tech
beating Colorado, yeah. And then they beat Gardner-Webb, or upset Clemson, destroy Temple, beat Wake Forest, beat Virginia Tech, beat Duke, and beat Syracuse. The NC State would be a close one, but I think they beat them.
I think NC State's been downer.
And then they beat Boston. They could go 12-0 here. I think they actually upset Georgia at home. Because they played them close in Athens last year, and what was probably the game of the year last year.
Like 7 overtime.
Like if I was at the Iowa-Nebraska game, and I was paying attention on the Jumbotron because they keep updates of games on the Jumbotron. And I kept close. I saw Georgia Tech beat Georgia at one point, and then when we left, they were tied. And of course, when I was in my best friend's car, we turned on the game in the car, and
That went
they did
back and forth.
7 or 8 overtimes.
Huh?
Yep.
It's like nobody could convert a 2.
Yeah, until finally Georgia pulled away. But like that just shows Georgia Tech could that same team, and of course Georgia Tech, they lose Carson Beck, they lose a lot of their players.
And I think Georgia Tech has this one circled.
Yeah, and it's at home, so I think Georgia Tech upsets Clemson and upsets Georgia. So I have Georgia Tech going 12-0 here.
Yeah.
I think Georgia Tech could absolutely shock people this year.
Okay, that's our shock team.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
Indiana.
yeah. I think people say Illinois this year's Indiana, but I believe
So Indiana, I think, was a whole different team at that point.
Yeah, Indiana. All they played was Ohio State.
Yeah, but I think that was a lot of transfers.
Yeah, but and Georgia Tech,
I think
they just have all of their players back. Maybe a couple transfers, but that's it. Yeah, so Georgia Tech. How about we see? How about take a look at Florida State? Huh. After
I
that,
mean, they should improve, right?
yeah, after having sucking sorry DJ Youngle on their team, and who knows if another Florida State player is going to bet eating some dog shit this year. And
Well, I believe the new quarterback is topping some poopy with Alabama.
I mean, dude, I made him take a chill. Like Alabama will probably tear you guys down, but But when we get this, I think Alabama's going to be already this year. I don't think they should be anywhere near the top 10. Yeah, but I do think Alabama beats Florida State, but that could be close. Going into like Bill Campbell Stadium with that roaring crowd going, oh, yeah. And then they play East Texas A&M. They're not as good as regular Texas A&M, so they should totally destroy them. Should absolutely wallop Kent State.
And if they lose this game,
Oh, if they lose to Kent State, dude, imagine the memes that are going to come from that.
who's their coach again?
Kent State.
No,
Mike Orhill.
his butt's getting fired.
Yeah, if they lose to Kent State, yeah, he's getting fired after the game.
And it's a Friday night game, so game day.
Actually, Kent State, Florida State, that's actually Sunday game.
And here it says Friday.
On ESPN, it says Saturday.
What date is it?
9/20.
No,
That is Saturday.
that's how they must have updated.
Anyway, then they play at Virginia. I never met a Virginia fan in my life, so I think Florida State beats them. I think Miami beats Florida State. Although I'm seeing, when I'm watching College Football 26 videos, there's a lot of times where simulation shows Eli Holstein in the Heisman race or winning it. What is it with them always hiding up with College Football 25 and 26, hiding up Eli Holstein? I don't get it. But I think Florida State beats Pitt here because they're at home, and then they travel with Stanford, and from MAGA country to liberal country, and then beat Wake Forest, lose to Clemson, beat Virginia Tech. I think they lose and lose to Florida. So 7-5 or 8-4.
7-5.
Yeah, but I could also see.
And 6-6.
No, I'm going 6-6.
And if it was to Pitt,
Yeah, if it was a Pitt, yeah,
they say he's good.
yeah, but I can also see 8-4, 9-3, maybe even 10-2. Yeah, depending on how. And then Miami, let's go to them because they're actually right number 10.
Miami.
Yeah, because now they have Carson back. It's been a while since they've done that. Yeah. So and first game they play as a Sunday game. You got the Catholics versus the Convicts in the Notre Dame Miami.
Stadium.
Yeah, which is where Miami plays their football games.
And the Dolphins.
Yeah, honestly, remember Miami played in the Orange Bowl? Like those games were really good. Like they had a really good environment. Our team doesn't have crap for environments because there's traffic, and there's a reason why not a lot of Miami students go to those games because they have to deal with traffic.
And it's not even like it's far from the university.
Yeah, like they either need to build on campus stadium or hope the Marlins move out because where the Florida Marlins play now is where the old Orange Bowl used to play.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and if they demolish that, Miami's just design Marlins Stadium based off that original Orange Bowl. That would be a sick throwback. Or if they build a stadium, they have to have like a throwback to the old Orange Bowl.
Well, I believe they renovated this stadium that they've had since like the 80s.
What is that? The Orange Bowl?
No, the current stadium they're in right now.
A Hard Rock Stadium?
Yeah, over the years they've gone better canopy.
Well, they were in the Orange Bowl for years.
Yeah, when they first started.
and then it was demolished, and then
And then the Miami Marlins built the new stadium on that.
yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. Well, let me double check that.
I think the Dolphins have only had like 3 stadiums in their whole existence.
Yeah.
I think when they first started, they didn't have a stadium. They like just took something for a couple years.
Yeah,
Because they built their big Orange Bowl.
Yeah, the Orange Bowl was demolished, and the Miami Marlins play there. Yeah, which also
Yeah, they used to share
yeah, because the Dolphins played there for a while.
on with the.
The Hurricanes.
Well, I think Marlins played there for a few years when they started.
Yeah, and then of course they demolished it and built a new baseball stadium on that.
That dome looks too.
Yeah, and that's why the Marlins just move out. They moved to Nashville, and then Miami's just build a new stadium there, and they have maybe called the Miami Orange Bowl or something, you know, or have it
The Miami Orange.
yeah, yeah, because I think like I said, I think a new stadium with Miami, but basing off the original Orange Bowl would go hard. Anyway, moving on. I think that's a close one, but I'm gonna say Miami wins that, but that could be close. Yeah, and then they demolished Bethune, and then demolished South Florida, and then they still beat. I think they still beat Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, just remember that quarterback, Florida.
Oh, Carson.
Florida
is flag.
Flag wave, and Miami's Carson. No. Anyway, so
But Miami murdered them last year. So.
yeah, and then the Florida Gators had made the mistake of putting their recruits in the Miami section. Then the Miami players saying, "You better come to Miami." But have you seen that clip?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll define that clip. Anyway, so then they said they beat Florida State, they beat Louisville, beat Stanford, beat SMU, beat Syracuse, and then beat NC State, and beat Virginia Tech, and beat Pitt. So that should put them at 12, also at 12-0.
Yeah, they're not play.
So it's probably gonna be Georgia Tech versus Miami. What was the last time Georgia Tech even went 12-0? Like, I know they were really good when they played the SEC back in the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway, so like Ace, so he said Louisville should be good. So let's go to them.
With Miller Moss.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot Miller Moss. Yeah. Although it was saying that he was first gonna look at Iowa when he was first gonna look at Iowa when he transferred to USC. But I'm kind of glad we did not get Miller Moss. Yeah.
He could throw the ball, but he was
Yeah, he would.
at USC throwing it when they were down like 50.
And not to mention, Lincoln Riley doesn't know crap for defense.
Yeah, so they were down, so they passed it all.
Honestly, how's Lincoln Riley? And Lincoln Riley said he was bragging about getting an NFL job, dude. You would suck as a head coach. Maybe you'd be a good offensive coordinator at an NFL team, but as a head coach, you would suck. Anyway, so East Kentucky should destroy James Madison. They keep them close, but I think Louisville beats them. Bowling Green should destroy them. I think.
You're gonna talk about Pitt a lot, so should we give them a win?
Yeah, we'll give Pitt a win, and then they beat Virginia, lose Miami, beat Boston College. I think we'll give Virginia Tech a win here, and beat Cal, lose Clemson. I think they lose to SMU and beat Kentucky. So that's
I think I'll do
I think that should put them at 8-4, right?
pretty good at home.
Yeah, on the road that could be a tough one. So that puts them at 8-4, right?
Yeah, so you have them going, 8-4.
Yep.
Like 0-4 on the road.
Yep. And then Pitt. Let's go to them. Like I said,
I see them losing all their
Pitt
conference games
Yes.
on the road.
Yep.
What do we build?
Louisville. Okay. And then for Pitt, like I said, Eli Holstein is still there, and like I said, for some reason I keep seeing him being hyped up as a Heisman winning quarterback in college football 25 and 26. I don't know why. Yeah, so I said DeCusney. I'm sure I just butchered that name.
It's DeCane.
And
I always thought it was DeCesney.
yeah, and then they beat
So I heard that's
beat Central Michigan. Then they play Pitt against West Virginia.
the backyard brawl.
The backyard brawl. That's gonna be the last thing to play for like a while. That rivalry is hilarious, dude.
Like, since the Big East, yeah.
Yeah, that rivalry is hilarious, especially West Virginia Chestnut, dude.
Let's go back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, and then but honestly, I'm gonna go West Virginia in that one, mainly because it's at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I say they beat Louisville, beat Boston College, lose to Florida State, and then no, honestly, I would say Syracuse wins that one. Beat NC State, beat Stanford, lose to Notre Dame, lose to Georgia Tech, and lose to Miami.
So yeah, 6-6. There's not a whole lot.
Yeah, like, I guess he's not. AOILC's not all the hype. It's hyped up to be EA.
And those they're playing tough schools the last 3 games.
Yeah, and also SMU is ranked. So let's go to them.
Look, it's they're hyped up as I said. They should go easily 9-3.
Yeah,
And 10-2 if they get an upset.
yeah, Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now SMU. They're ranked number 16. So I don't know how many guys they got back.
I think a lot, basically everybody.
Hmm.
There's a quarterback I believe was just a freshman.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think the backup transferred, but
Yeah. And then East Texas A&M, they should beat them, and then beat Baylor, and then beat another new FBS, Missouri State.
yeah,
Yep. And then it should beat, and they play Missouri State on the road.
yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, they should easily start 3-0. Did we go to TCU in the Big 12 video?
No,
Honestly, I think they beat TCU in the battle for the Iron Skillet in this game. And beat Syracuse, beat Stanford, lose to Clemson, beat Wake Forest, lose to Miami. Although they could, I think it totally upset Miami, but maybe not. And then beat Boston College. Did I say Louisville lose?
let me know. Yes.
Yeah, and beat Cal. Another Maga State to a Louisville State. Anyway, so that should put them at 10-2, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they make the playoffs, probably not.
I mean, if they couldn't beat Miami,
Yeah, if they could beat Miami, they could totally make the playoffs.
because then they would make it over Miami.
Yeah.
So if they could pull an upset on Miami, they'd be going back to the
To the ACC championship.
yeah.
Man, SMU, like right when they needed to go in the Power 4 conference, the money just came flooding in like in the 1980s when they got the death penalty. Yeah, so
Yeah, and any other, honestly, is that our questionable? We'll go through how Bill Belichick's.
yeah, let's go through Bill Belichick, North Carolina. Person, what man who likes him young.
Okay, they're playing PCU. Is that right on the
Yeah,
day?
but hold on, I need to check. I need. Oh, come on, which team was playing North Carolina? Yeah, no. Oh, standings. I just go to standings and go. I'm still trying to use this app. Hurry up!
Just wait. I think they're updating the app as well.
Yeah, it'll probably be even worse. Anyway, so North Carolina. So they played TCU on a Monday night. This is before like
What do you want Flavor Day?
This is before like the NFL starts starts up.
I think it's Labor Day.
Yeah, it has to be. I hope this year I actually get Labor Day off because last year I did not. Anyway, so honestly, I think TCU wins that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then North Carolina beat Charlotte and they beat Richmond. Still hate you, Richmond, for beating Iowa in March Madness.
So I'll let you.
Yeah, I know. I was pissed off. The amount of times I got spider jokes thrown at me around school. Ugh, it's too much. Anyway.
They also played that on like an ice hockey rink underneath it.
Wait. Iowa Richmond.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and they beat UCF, lose to Clemson, beat Cal, then beat Virginia.
I just need them losing to Cal, so it's just more road.
Yeah, I could see that. Although that's gonna be an after dark game. That's gonna be a 9:30 p.m. after dark game.
Oh, Belichick's need to be in bed slowly.
Yeah. And then they beat.
You think?
Honestly, I think Cal beats North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have them beating TCU. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I TCU beating that.
Okay, so you only lost stats. TCU, Clemson, California.
And Cal, yeah. And then they beat Virginia. I'm gonna say they lose to Syracuse, beat Stanford, beat Wake Forest, beat Duke, and how much
They beat them.
you beat NC State?
Lovely, NC State's that great.
Yeah, well, they'll beat NC State.
8-4.
Yep.
Which I could see happening.
Yeah. Not a bad start for Bill Belichick.
But is he gonna let his girlfriend coach teams? Like, actually, they're terrible.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like Brian Hartson got in at Auburn. So, yeah, let's go with Notre Dame. We haven't done Notre Dame yet.
Technically not ACC, but
But they're heavily associated with the ACC that it just feels right to cover them.
I
Yes.
believe they played in the ACC in 2020.
Yeah, they did. It was only for the COVID year, then they went back to independent. That was the one year you could say they technically joined a conference. Although they're in the ACC for almost all their sports, including basketball. Although they're in the Big Ten for hockey, so although all of the rivals are in the Big Ten, so I'm like, and just look at the schedule. Yeah, they have a lot of ranked matchups. First, I said Miami. I say Miami wins against Notre Dame.
They didn't even include Notre Dame on this. This is a bunch of play.
They don't include Notre Dame in this thing.
No.
Well, how do they not have Notre Dame on this website? Okay, they don't. We're just gonna have to throw up a graphic. No, let's have to throw up a graphic on the screen.
Or they won't get a graphic.
Yeah, so you basically just have to remember that with our minds. I'm like, how do they not have Notre Dame on that? So weird. Anyway, so I said Miami beats Notre Dame week 1. I think Notre Dame beats Texas A&M, and then Notre Dame obviously smashes Purdue. You still looking?
Yeah, they don't have it.
That is so weird. You're telling me they have wow. You're telling me they have Kent State on there, but not Notre Dame. That is so weird.
Yeah, they have the back on here.
Yeah, they have the MAC on here, but not Notre Dame. And how are you supposed to predict the Miami game? No.